let's talk about self-doubt because most people misunderstand it. Let's talk about it. A lot of people don't understand what self-doubt is. So self-doubt doesn't mean that you are incapable. It doesn't mean that at all. It means you are growing. It means you're growing. Self-doubt does not mean you are incapable. It means you're growing. And it's important that you grow. Growth is important. We have talked about fixed mindset and growth mindset, and being in a growth space of growth where you're constantly growing is so critical. Self-doubt will show when your current identity has not caught up with your next level. So in other words, you're being stretched, you're going to the next level, and you're doing things, and you're learning more, and you're elevating, and you're leveling up. So self-doubt would raise this ugly head and cause you to think that something is wrong. But it's not that. If you weren't stretching, you wouldn't question yourself. Just know that. If you weren't stretching, Queenie, you would not feel the way you do. You would not have self-doubt. Self-doubt is only showing up because you're stretching. You're at a different level. So you're not where you used to be, and you're going to an unfamiliar place. So doubt is raising its ugly head. So self-doubt is information. It's telling you to check in. It's telling you something has shifted. You have left the building. You're no longer in that space anymore. Hi, user. Thank you for meeting me here again. Self-doubt is real, but it gives you information. We've got to change the way we look at things in order for things to change. This is a quote by one of my favorite author and speaker, Wayne Dyer. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. I am having a workshop on January 20th called How to Have the Best Year Ever. You cannot have your best year unless you've taken inventory, unless you've had a conversation with yourself and you check in and you're making sure your doubts are not robbing you, but informing you and letting you know you're at a new place, at a new level. It's time to level up, right? Self-doubt is information. It's a point where you're stretching, so you need to learn to trust yourself again in this new space, in this new role, in this new relationship. You are at a different level. So when self-doubt show up, it's just offering you information. So make sure you're asking the right questions. And some of the questions that you can ask, for example, if you're saying, what's wrong with me? That's the wrong question. That's the wrong question. Because if you ask yourself the wrong questions, you're going to get the wrong answer. So whenever you're doubting yourself and you're going to ask yourself, what's wrong with me? I want you to pause. Press pause and flip the question. And you're going to ask yourself, what part of me is still learning to trust this new version of myself? That's a better question to ask. That's a better question to ask. Stop asking what's wrong with me when you start to doubt, when you start to get scared because something is shifting, your level is shifted and you're not firm and confident in your new role, in your new position, in the new person you're becoming. Stop in your tracks and recognize that self-doubt is giving you information. And don't ask, what's wrong with me? Don't ever ask that. But instead, ask yourself, what part of me is still learning to trust this new version of myself? I am your coach, and I am your sister, and I want you to thrive, and I want you to have the best year ever. So click the link in my bio and register and bring 5 of your friends, because I want you to learn to ask yourself the right question. Self-doubt is giving you information, but you got to be ready for it. You got to ask the right questions. All right? I'll see you 7:45 tomorrow morning as we go through our intentions for the day. Thank you all so much for joining me here. Hi, Shauna. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will